What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to our Would You Watch It Again series, the show review of favorite movies, anime, and TV shows. And at the end, answer the only question that really matters: would you watch this over again? I'm your host D, and today I'm reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let's talk about it. Going into this movie, my expectations were super low because I did not like the second Guardians whatsoever, and I just thought this was going to be another corny joke movie, but it was actually far from it. From the very beginning, I knew the tone of this movie was going to be drastically different by the way Adam showed up and just started breaking bones and decapitating people. One of the most refreshing aspects of this film is its serious tone. The previous Guardians films were well known for their lighthearted humor and witty one-liners, which while is somewhat entertaining, sometimes took away from the emotional weight of the story. However, in Volume 3, it takes a more mature approach, balancing humor with meaningful character development and thought-provoking narratives. I think Volume 3 does a really good job of capturing the depth of the characters. The film delves into deep-rooted traumas and vulnerabilities of each of the Guardians, exploring their fears, regrets, and past mistakes. I really like what they did with Gamora in this movie. Since Endgame, we've been dealing with a different version of Gamora, a past version who just got thrown into the future. So she doesn't know the Guardians at all, and she's also been off doing her own thing. They actually made her a likable character in this movie and not just the love interest of Peter Quill. The High Evolutionary, who is the villain of the story, is okay, but I don't think he'll be remembered outside of this movie. I put him in the same category as Ronan the Accuser. You know, cool name, cool villain, but that's really about it. One character I feel that was super wasted in this film was Adam Warlock, who's played by Will Poulter, who does a really good job, and I would have loved to see more of him in the film. But I feel like they just put him in the movie because he had that one post-credit scene in the last movie. He has maybe like a total of 10 minutes of screen time, and he's mostly turned into a joke besides some of his fight scenes. Speaking of fight scenes, the action in this film really impressed me. It's nothing like we got in the previous films, and it looked like the choreograph just took a whole different approach. It's greatly appreciated. It surprised me that the special effects in this movie are actually pretty good compared to previous films that came out this year and last. I think it fits the story kind of perfectly. I'm never taken out of the immersion of the movie because of bad CGI. Final thoughts? So would I watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 again? Yeah, I found it pretty entertaining and also really fucking sad. I think it was a pretty good send-off for this random band of characters. If you haven't seen it, I would say you're missing out on a pretty good story and a good closing to a trilogy. If you have seen it, hey, watch it again.